Yeah, good old Thorlacius. Played him a couple times. A strong learner presence for both teams. Investing in Wizard. With a one-man bench. A Dauntless Claw Pommer. Most importantly, with tackle. Oh boy, terrifying gutter here. One-turn option for Thorlacius. Almost easy, two easy one-turn options. The Ballhawk's a bit weak in that one's the nuisance gutter runner in the sidestep diving tackle, shadowing, which will work really well against any non-gutter runner. Yeah, the Dauntless Wrestle, so I guess that's the Hawk building into Strip Ball. One general utility with an amazing stat line. And yeah, completely devoid of throwers. Wow. Wow, throw a rock. What a great thing. What a great thing to have in Blood Bowl. That's exactly how you want to start your offensive drive. Amazing counterplay. And, wow, I wonder if he loses the game because of that. To be down a gutter runner. Well, right, when we look at things realistically, the Baltimore Vermin is going to do work. We could then make the assessment that this has been realised and Thorlacius has bought a deep bench to mitigate the inevitable removals. Even though normal blocks against Javelin will be fine, does have a single Mighty Blows himself. There's what, a 10% swing in the effects of piling on, with Claw being not so relevant outside of anything but a Storm Vermin. Taking into consideration the level 5 Gutter Runner and the Apo gone before any action has been played, in spite of the deep bench, who knows? You might be playing the stalling game against opposing Skaven. That's not a bad idea. But he could just play aggressively and look to score quickly and put the pressure on defense, looking for a steal. A lucky steal gets a 2-0 lead, and that's hard to come back from, hard to lose from. Similarly, just with the single Mighty Blow, even just making 2-0 blocks and stalling for 8 turns and trying to grind down your opponent could lead to ample space, which will be a lot harder to do with a deep bench, but easier now that a man's off turn 0 for no reason. That is why Throw a Rock should be removed from Blood Bowl, because it does nothing. And so we'll never get to see anything cool like a shadowing sidestep diving tackle. Not that it would ever really do things to other gutter runners, but against slower fellas it would be amazing. Yeah, so similar sort of build. Lodge step guard. Diving tackle. Lodge step guard. I really like it. Being able to move 9 squares and apply guard anywhere. Lets you clear a boxed in area and progress in a cheeky manner. Lets you do sideline shenanigans, you dodge someone through from behind and get a chain that they're not expecting. Double stun on the LOS block, so it'll be good tempo for turn 2. But most important, Javelin does have the Wizard. I really think with this Throw a Rock turn 1 and the Wizard in hand, in a mirror match where the teams are, for the most part, fairly even. I guess it really depends how much work the Claw Pom and the Mighty Blow Vermin will do against the single Mighty Blow Vermin and triple runner. 3 dices on gutter runners from the start, absolutely should not have given this block. Oh wow, lucky! Oh, re-rolled! A turn 1 reroll with only 3 rerolls. or the drive. Damn. But I mean, with a 40-something% chance of removing it, with the Apo gone, I think that's even not a bad reroll. It's not something you want to do. That's why I made it. Well, you should always make a 3-die block on a gutter runner. But to have your opponent down to 2 gutters on turn 1 would be next level. And so you can see the benefit to making that attempt. And you really shouldn't be offering gutter runners like that, even as a screen, while you've still got linemen. In fact, while Mole's here, I can BMM and say that in our Season 1 match, just the premise of giving me a block on his wolf was enough to let me, make a block on it and get a removal. As unlikely as a removal might be with, regen and armor 8 and needing to get the power or stumble or whatnot. Just shouldn't give the blocks on the key positional. Damn! There's some really early aggression from both sides. Heavy commitment. I don't think Javelin can afford to foul with just the one-man bench too. So maybe it was worth just attempting the dodge or just, failing the 3 and saying, alright, fail the 3, I'm on the ground. Or if he was going to throw this block, make the blitz and then dodge out. Oh, I just assumed VMing Mull, VMing. But no, I assume it was just, a one-off. Because I've not seen you do that ever again in any other match that I've seen you play. Juggernaut, being able to get through Wrestle to get a both down success. A great pickup, Juggernaut. Especially in this matchup. Yeah, exactly. Damn. Oh, this is looking really bad for Thorlacius. After giving blocks on his gutters, and then giving it on turn 2, has lost two gutters for the game, while also giving a hit on the ball, while the other one being KO'd. So it'll be an easy recovery for Javelin, who should stall for 8 turns and be 1-0 up at the end of his opponent's drive. Reroll gone on the first action. Don't think he'll have much else safe. Wow. Second action 1D no reroll. I mean, it's probably going to happen, but wouldn't it be better to 1 in 36 out and have this guy at least relevant, at least marking the ball? 4+ in a tackle zone. What the fuck is going on? Holy shit, it's an all-in. Wow! Almost made it too! No, okay, so here's the thing. People will say, oh, it was desperation, or he wanted to reset the drive to have more, because he's definitely losing. He's definitely losing the ball, no matter where he goes. Let's take a look at this play and see if there's something that might be a bit better. Actually, the ball's... Oh yes, this is the pickup attempt. Alright, so cool. Ball on the ground. Start of Thorlacius' turn. The one reasonably safe play he has will be the 2-die block, as we saw. 2-die block with block, heavy roll in hand. It's statistically the absolutely safest play that also frees up a lineman. So no fault to be had there. 1, 2, 3, on a success, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If he makes the dodge, he can 9 to pick up the ball on his gutter runner. And there's no tackle really relevant to the gutter runner. And it is a blodge, 3 strength. And then he can maybe think about risky plays to make it easier. With the double skull, as as the price paid means that, you know, someone doing a first action dodge out would have got punished. So, you know, good that he used the 2 die blocks of block. And so I guess it's just absolute desperation. I think the safer play could have even been a screen with the free lineman, or even to here, and the gutter runner picking up the ball. If he's going to be risking a bunch of dumps, I guess he ends in base contact regardless, so regardless going to be the 2 with the blitz. If we're talking about a strictly safe play, it's the 1 in 36 into the 3+. Do you then risk it 2+ to not give the immediate hit, and maybe a dodge at the end, or even not a dodge at the end into a push? Have a 3-man screen. 3-man screen gets the single assist blocked, and there's an open. Well, it's not really. A gutter comes back, gets the assist. All right, let's think about this. What if instead of just going, I've got no reroll, and I'm going to attempt a 4+, 5+, 3+ to score, which is outrageous, absolutely outrageous, that no one should realistically attempt. I'm sure if we run through Samba, it would be a 20% play. Having done these risks already, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Checking the ball for when the pickup fails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gear 5 for a 3+. With the rat out of the way. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's willing to risk the dodges. He doesn't use the dodge. Ball could be in hand on a 3+. If he hasn't used the dodge still, a 1 in 36 out. Then the 1 in 6 GFI as the reroll's gone. And with this block for a push, it is a 2 dice. There's the semblance of a screen. Lineman up makes a block. On a push, not providing assist. On a power is providing assist. Assume it's the power is providing an assist, which will cancel this assist. I don't think it's in a really bad spot in the hands of a 3-strength Ag5 gutter runner. 3-strength Ag5 gutter runner can then just walk downfield. It's still not safe, but it'll bait out the single tackle. So that's I guess the point I'm trying to make. Instead of just going YOLO ham and just saying, well, I'm definitely going to lose the ball this drive unless I score, which is true. Do I need to make some outrageously unrealistic play without a reroll, or do I have a chance to make something a little more realistic, such as holding the ball, waiting for next turn? I definitely would have held the ball and waited for next turn, for the reason of the only tackler on the team is on the other side of the pitch. Rephrase, one of the only tacklers on the team is on the other side of the pitch, the other one being number 3 gutter runner, who doesn't have Dauntless, so is blocking on red. Still fairly likely that an assist could come, so look, it's not going to be good, but there had to be something better than that ridiculous, no real passing play. And it was the play that I mentioned. Well, that's what I'd have done. I mean, I guess the payoff in this ridiculous play working is that it resets and he's back to more men on the field. But to think it would work, I think it's just crazy. And the craziest part is it almost did, with the 4-3-5-2. Yeah, look, unsurprisingly, the block with block taken. Go with Russell. Oh, this is... Oh my god! Making loner blocks! Loner blocks before picking up the ball! That is unforgivable. We could forgive Thorlacius in his abysmally poor state with the removals that he's had. You know, fair now, I'm lucky. Say I could see the rationale behind doing what he did. It's not something I'd ever attempt in a million years, but I can see why he did it. And holding the ball here on a 3-strength guy isn't that great. Admittedly, he was away from tackle, but I'm sure that the number 3, you know, could have got round somewhere. Assists up the top, so it's not terrible, but what is terrible is making a loner block before addressing the ball for no reason. And Javelin outrageously lucky. Can't believe that. Even things like the 1 in 36 out to get the assist if you real one of the 2 die. Anything but making a learner block. The learner block was the one way you would not recover the ball and score. Had the learner not rerolled successfully, this gutter runner was picking up and scoring. Tackle doing a thing, good work tackle. And I think it's almost safe to put the boot into this with only the 1 bench. You're a little concerned about removals, but considering the current state of affairs, to get the 3rd gutter runner, well, 2nd in when the KO wakes up, I think I'd pay that price. Oh, hey, Scoot. It's real life, Mol. It's real life. Maybe it was inattention. I'm sure it wasn't a conscious decision. Wow, I'm not sure. I hope it wasn't a conscious decision. Like this turn 4, not in any danger. 1 gutter runner on the field is stunned. So go for the Pom Blitz on the Mighty Blow Vermin and just 2 die for a push to free the Agi 3 lineman. I think this square would have been better, so that when the block, if it is a push, he's trapped in thoroughly. If it is a push here, dodges out and might still cause some trouble. That's why I would have liked the learner boxing. Oh man! Yeah, the 4-3 still could hit him. Wouldn't have been great to be in a position where you just don't get blocked. You're going to dodge out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Have this learner here, and then it's, you know, 4, 4, 3. Or even just a slightly looser screen, so it's completely shit. Snakes an 8+ on the claw pommer. It's turn 5. The first action should have been gutter runner to here, or if he's planning on some handoff, at least be relevant, just so your opponent can't hit you on dice. Like when people sideline cage, it's a 6+ to surf. There's no reason to give a potential block on the dice when he can just be out of range. A gutter runner can often just get out of range of people. And so if there's a movement 7 guy standing, the first move should just move him out of range. And little things like that, I think, can make all the difference. Alright, so with 1 sent off and the 2 Kaz, that's the full bench consumed, and with this 1 Kaz here, the full bench is consumed. So anything from here is definitely permanent, definitely a numerical advantage. I think that really highlights the importance of subs on a Skaven team. Maybe there was some pre-match firings of men just to deny wizards and whatnot, but Javelin's still got a wizard. Maybe he fired someone to get the wizard. I guess looking at it, don't really need much more on this gutter runner, and it's still, unless he makes the final, which would be speculative. The current gutter runners on the field don't seem like they are going to level in this tournament. If we are going to level someone for next game, yeah, the 3 SVP guy's the way to go. and so I still would have moved him out of range. Thorlacius, on the other hand, as it's his drive, as he White Skaven, isn't going to be getting a one-turn opportunity. Yeah, so look, probably could look at re-rolling for a both down or something to that effect. As it will be Javelin's offense next half with a wizard and an Appo. That'll be hard to deal with. Right, so he's making an attempt. That's good. I think the attempt last time might have been good also. Reroll gone in the first GFI, unable to reroll it, and doesn't get the both down or power that he was looking for. Which is why I really think that when you've got the opportunity of not having your ball carrier hit at all, don't let them hit your ball carrier at all. Claw Palmer 1 in 9 on a previous block down field, I think 2 turns ago. He's done it again here, and on turn 1, triple push into triple both down. So in spite of the removals, the Claw Palmer's been quite unlucky with this block die. Diamond Tackle in a good spot, making the 4+, 3+ for the 2 die very difficult. In fact, it would be a 6+. And wisely taking no action other than running the ball in. Though a good half from Javelin. Let me think back where it all went awry. It went awry from turn 1 when he got the rock thrown at him and then gave a block on his gutter runner, while also leaving the ball carrier blitzable. So, a bit sloppy in that regard from Thorlacius. KO's waking up all round. It seems to be Javelin with a babe. The Javelin with a single babe and wizard. It's a bit of a dilemma, so the 10 move blodge step, sprint short feet, could be palmed. Not for 3 dice though, and then it is in a poor spot in regards to the potential for getting fouled. Oh, not anymore. It's now a 3 dice with low potential of getting fouled, as he can be thoroughly screened and protected. Oh man, no worse a feeling in Blood Bowl than starting a drive and your first walk being a double skull. You then know that every other action you take has a scary failure state. I think the first action should be checking the ball, making a 3 die splits. No reason for this to not be a 3 die. He has ample men with 3 stunned, 1 KO'd. That should have been 3. Then he can pile on. Loner comes up to protect. Other runner can hide behind with Mighty Blow stunned, not worried about a retaliation. Not making great blocks. No excuse. Blocks without block 1 in 9, same as picking up the ball. Can't really fault it. But with these fast gutter runners and strong gutter runners, it's always a concern. I think I'll make the pickup. Wow. Yeah, probably still make the pickup. Especially as he tackles so far away. Thorlacius does love his high pressure on the carrier type plays. A great way to play Skaven. Absolutely should have been 3-die. All in. So 1 in 36 to, oh boy, be down to 1 reroll, and guaranteeing the clear off the carrier. Nowhere nice, so I guess other gutter runner can come around. Still in a lot of danger. And that will be a weak cage and dice with the ball carrier. Without a reroll. The throw's not so bad with accurate, but the catch, terrifying. Fortunately, the 1 came on the pass with the team reroll rather than the catch. A single GFI makes it clean. Yep, that's my golden rule. If you can hit a 2 strength guy, you should be done with 3 dice. Agi5 gone through for a 2 dice, gets the power. Agi5, strength 3, gutter runners. Amazing. I mean, you get it cheaper with horns and 2 heads on doubles. Then you just get the stat. Incredible. Oh boy, first action loner. Deserve that every time. Never, ever, ever, ever first action loner. And that's why, and that's what should happen every time you do a loner. First action. For no reason. You know, there were safe place to had, you know, could have been a block here, could have then been a subsequent blitz on the kicker. And both coaches have been rolling their 1 in 9s and 1 in 36s quite regularly. Oh man, a 1 in 81. Oh, it's wrestle! Oh man. Thorlacius could be back in this. Yeah, absolutely. He did. When it's your first action, if you're willing to take that risk, you have to do it. You should never make a first action liner. As now he's no rerolls, turn 12, and I don't know if there's going to be tackle that's relevant. Or even wrestle for that matter. So I think this one-turning gutter runner is in a good spot to score. And maybe this was even time to bolt. I mean, the diving tackle could get in the way, so the gutters aren't getting there to recover. But it's a good idea not to bolt. play on for 3 dice. Yes, it does get the diving tackle sidestep in the way. Will that be enough? It'll be enough. Easily. Someone that has played the most games, I think, Scooter. I mean, if we really want, we can do an episode of Salt with Fash and show my match against Thorlacius and how I lost it. It was a 1 in 81, on an otherwise 100% win. I was pretty sad. Alright, so this was another first action 1 in 9. Javelin choosing to save the reroll because it was a loner. 3 dice, no tackle. Sidestep's clear. Fancy a bomb. So yeah, looking more and more likely like an overtime format. Oh boy. Overtime format state. So reroll conservation from Thorlacius. Good to see. We haven't really been seeing safe plays first. There is Mole, there is Thunder. Thunder. Oh! Last reroll spent on this, go for it. On a double go for it. Double go for it for a chain. Chain doesn't really do anything though, as he's still tagged regardless. Bolt comes down. Is a success, but still in the hands of Javelin. Rephrase. Is a success and catches the ball. Handoff fails and regathers? No, handoff fails and he catches it anyway. Oh, let's see that again in slow motion. Interesting things happening here. Alright, so this is the blitz. This is the blitz where he looks for the chain on a double GFI with only 1 reroll left. Alright, so let's pretend he's going to chain his ball carrier out to here. I guess that seems somewhat logical. And then rotates around. Or maybe looks for some cheeky end zone stuff. Sure, you would stand and still block for a push and follow, just so this guy's at least free. Like, sure, there are safer plays. Maybe it is just to pop him out. It is not crazily statted. I guess on the success, he pops himself out to here and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2? Is that it? Hey, Gamero. So I guess that could be it. The block here pops himself free, moves forward. Seven, 8, 9, 10, and double GFI with short feet. So I guess that could have been his scoring play, and I guess that would rationalise re-rolling the double GFI. Before doing something crazy. Or even standing him up first, making the block to get it safe. Actually, if he's not standing up, I guess that's it. That would be the rationale for not standing up, assuming that you're making safe plays first, making logical plays first. It's not a loner, but you still want to spend the reroll, so maybe this is more important than the 1 in 9 block that pushes the man off the gutter runner. That could then protect for the short feet foul. And we don't have Fash Cash Gamera as much as I'd like it. We have the more elusive and trustworthy points system. Points. Yeah, alright, so it counters it and gets the catch. Makes the 1 safe play first, that's pretty good. 3+ pass, allegedly successful. chillin', gamer. Chillin'. Well, I guess with this dodge out, there's now the wrestle opportunity. I think just keeping this guy where he was would have been fine. Because you get the 1 in 9 block and then only the 2 dive. Oh boy. Man, skulls and 1 in 9s everywhere. I think both codes have been pretty comparable in the 1 in 9s and double skulls. It's been abysmal for safe 2 dive blocks. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, and throw a rock turn 1 on a gutter runner. Into leaving another gutter runner exposed for a claw pomp hit. That with 3 rerolls for 3 dice. Got rerolled for not a success. That then got committed to giving a claw pomp hit the subsequent turn. Where did the elephants get peanuts, though? I highly doubt there's a regular supply of peanuts for these elephants, and if there was, wouldn't they just eat them? Funny story, Jim. Got into an argument about it with Scurro. Scurro reckons that women actually get paid less. And I argued with him. And during that argument, he said that is simply not true. And I said to him, "Are you alleging my data does not match my assertion?" And he said yes. It could do. Maybe it just could be like a vindictive elephant that gets his kicks from VMing fat people. Oh, poor old Thorlacius here. I guess could get a single touchdown to... feel a little better. Hey, making it a 3-dive block, that's not bad. Should've went to this square so that on a push he's not marking his mate. Not punished. It's little things like that that you really would hope not to see in the final. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. He's just getting a touchdown for the sake of getting the touchdown. So maybe he's a little bit disappointed. I'd be pretty disappointed. But there's no excuse for not playing around the push. Gets it too. I guess a riot or a blitz. Could be. Nobody knows. Well, I dare say at least 2 people know. Ended up equal on the field, which I guess when against a claw bomb isn't too outrageous. Big scatter dice, hot diggity. Yeah, I think so too, Cake. I mean, the team's otherwise dead, so yeah, the Kaz doesn't matter. Already legend, doesn't need to pile on. Yeah, I think he would have just run to the other side. I mean, it still would have been doable. You know, run the square to the end zone. Get the Agi 5 also on the line. I mean, still probably would have been marked. Who knows? But yeah, look, absolutely. When you've got a guy that can move 13 squares, and you need to take the ball off someone, and you've got one turn to do it, be in a position to do it. I reckon. Good call, Cake. Yeah, absolutely. With a strength 3, Agi 5 gutter on her, run through, even 1 die, 2 die. Maybe have the midfield guy come down to tag him, get the power lance here, and moves 13 to pick it up. I mean, it's still a big ask, but it's a much greater... It is possible had he set up on the line, whereas by not setting up on the line, it becomes not possible. And so that's the game. Even in blocks, fairly even in Kaz. Big SPP. And I don't think there was anything permanent for Javelin. He'll be sitting pretty in day 3.